Hi friends, I'm Phoebe and that is Paul the Girl Cat. Welcome to our music discovery journey, although Paul, she's sleeping at the moment, so I don't know if she's going to be listening to anything today. I am checking out my Patreon requests and Fred Barnes has requested Persephone's Living Waves live. I've not heard of Persephone. I don't know if it's a person or a plural, a group of people. Persephone is from Andorra, a small independent principality on the Iberian Peninsula. This is their first performance at home in 10 years and features the National Classical Orchestra of Andorra. That sounds pretty cool. I like an orchestra. I'm not sure what kind of music they do normally, and I haven't done research purposefully because I don't want to know what it might spoil. So I've not done any other research other than what Fred has told me, and that is on purpose. I will listen to it twice. The first time will be uninterrupted. The second time will be going through my thoughts and feelings and the lyrics. Also, shout out to everyone on Patreon. If you join and you're a paid member, you get to go on this little thank you note at the end of my videos, although this is kind of, because I've mentioned it, I thought I would say it here. Now, I want to remind everyone that I value you whether you can or cannot join Patreon. There are free memberships as well, so you can join as a free member. Thank you so much if you do, and thank you so much if you don't, but you're still here watching this video. I appreciate that. If you're a premium membership or a VIP membership, then you get another incentive of requesting a free song request every month, and so this is one of those that I'm doing as part of Fred's membership. Let's have a look then. Persephone, it's just under 6 minutes long, and let's have a look. It's turned up. This sounds like something I've heard. I can't see anyone. I can. Oh. Who's singing? Okay. Okay. Is it a backing track? Projections have no substance here. Oh my god. Oh, is he singing? Is the keyboardist singing? Not sure what you just said, but we'll find out soon. Wow. Well then. All right, that was pretty damn cool. What the hell? I definitely felt like I'd heard that first couple of lines before. I transcend. Transcend. It's very familiar. Where have I heard that before? I might have a look up and see if it's featured in something before. That feels so obscure to feel familiar when it's something else. It could do. It's very auto-tuned or augmented in some sort of way. It's changed. Interesting. I didn't quite. I was more taking in the sounds than the lyrics the first time round. It's a way of absorbing things. I have memory issues. I have ADHD. I have autism, and I feel like a combination of those can make it difficult to process things. Also, for anyone processing something for the first time, which is why when I can, I'll listen to it all the way through the first time and then break it down the second. Copyright doesn't always like that or allow that for that, so might be issues going forward. But at the moment, that's if I can, I will. All right, let's watch that again then from the start, and we'll start and stop along the way. All right, so that first segment, apologies about my nails. I need to do them again. The first segment doesn't have any instruments behind it. It's just vocal, a vocal sound. I think it's a backing track, unless it's the guy on the keyboard or someone else that I didn't notice. Either way, it's definitely not a natural sound. It's kind of alien-like. And I think it fits in the lyrics in saying, I transcend, I flow, I am the ocean, I vibrate, behold the sound of a living. What does that mean? Transcending, I am becoming something other than human. I am having even an out-of-body experience, or I am feeling like I'm morphing into something. Transcend. To go beyond or rise above ordinary limitations of physical experience. Yeah, limitations of physical existence, sorry. Or not or, but often implying surpassing something in quality, power, or scope, like a greater leader transcending politics or art transcending cultural barriers. I feel like, yeah, in my thoughts just given, I feel like it's more of like an out-of-body experience or that kind of thing, rising beyond the limits of a human. Say I am the ocean, I mean, that's already not something a human can be. Very straightforward, very simple, but yeah. And it's without any instruments to back it up, or to not back it up, but to provide a backdrop. It's just the vocals, which makes it quite eerie, perhaps quite spiritual or quite interesting. You're going to give it a like as well, because I really enjoyed how it evolves throughout the song. The sound of think he's singing. Great drums and guitars. How cool is that? It's kind of very, what's the word? It's very grand. It's very loud. We've got the drums and guitars crashing in, and the orchestra, the keyboard is doing things. It's a quite a contrast from what we hear as the intro. There's nothing behind that voice, and then it all comes to a calm, a stop, and then more happens after that. Anyway, okay. You hear the strings.
Projections have no substance here. A standard thread informs my life. I taste the coals that burn my eyes. I
Right, there's a lot there. So I know it said it came to a stop. It didn't come to a complete stop because you had the keyboard and then the other instruments crept in throughout that. It's very dramatic. That's the word I'm looking for. I live behind the screen of thought. Projections have no substance here. Is that like projecting thoughts, or projecting like when you say people are projecting, taking out on other people, projecting their own insecurities or faults, or is it more projections of something else that's not along those lines? A slender thread informs my life. Slender thread informs my life. Is that like life being fragile? I taste the coals that burn my eyes. Heat from coals can be very powerful, very hot. It can feel like it burns your eyes if you're close to it. I'm not sure what that means. I am the pain, the joy, and the fight. The good, the bad, the ugly. I'm all encompassing. It does feel very spiritual. From the transcending, it's ethereal and that kind of vibe. There is no separation in this illusion. Calling it an illusion. I am so confused right now. But that's okay. We'll do a bit more digging. We'll listen to the rest of it, but we'll also probably have a look at and see what other people are saying. Okay, that's really cool. Love the guitars. Very fast. Calm. Kinda calm. Calmer. Okay, the drums are very chaotic, but it felt like it also calmed. And it felt like an evolution, or it felt like it was talking about an evolution, because it said the harsher vocals, which are very cool as well, breathe every piece of the existence. I think that's what he said. And feel the entire universe inside of you. Got the whole world in his hands. Feel it to a real deep level. Evolution in compassion. That kind of gives me a bit more reason to think that projections are like projections of insecurities or faults. Evolution in compassion. Compassion is a good thing. Compassion is a positive thing. Perhaps they didn't always feel compassion or able to not project things to others. Perhaps it's talking about living a good life, a moral life, or it's certainly talking about some sort of ethereal situation. That's what it feels like to me. Expanding boundaries where there are no more. Something that feels physically impossible, but you are able to do it. It also feels like a transcending kind of thing. Out of this world, out of this body. Giving birth to a new way of being. The start of something new. The start of a way of life or a way of existence. I have just a little bit spoiled it by looking at the rest of the lyrics here, but actually, okay, it feels like we're on the right path about being moral and perhaps changing old ways into better ones. That's quite cool. All right, we'll listen to the next part. I like this. Oh, so good. Like the harmonizing. Oh, that's so good. That sounds really satisfying, that wave. So it starts off the song with the lyrics, I transcend, I flow, I am the ocean, I vibrate. Behold the sound of a living. They did just repeat that here, but then they added another repetition, which ended in the sound of a living wave. That's the word they missed off at the start and in the first segment of this repetition of lyrics, I guess. I'm a living wave. We talk about waves of feelings or situations. Waves can be things that come and go, or I don't even know how to describe that right now in terms of how we generally talk about waves. I guess waves of feelings can be that they can come hard and fast, but they can come and go. Just like waves can crash in, but can also, the ocean can have waves that go in and out or something. That feels incorrect. Anyway, moving on. The way he screamed that with his vocals, that was really quite powerful. It does feel more like this is someone perhaps changing their ways or growing, learning, being better. So that's quite a positive thing. Those guitar solos were great. I also like the way their logo or their name in the backdrop. It's very flowy, fancy. This first line, I let go of anger. So this is the bit that I accidentally spoiled it for myself a minute ago. I let go of anger, projecting things, projecting bad things on others is not a good trait, and anger can be a catalyst for that, one of many things, but anger can play a part in it at least. And so letting go of anger can mean being the bigger person, being the better person, and trying to focus on what you can control in situations that might be a bit uncomfortable. It's very easy to get wound up. Yes, hello. It's very easy to get wound up and let emotions get to us and react in ways that might not be good for us or others. And it takes a lot of power and a lot of learning to realize that we don't always have to react in that way. Sometimes people want a reaction from us, and if we don't give it to them, it can anger people, but it can also diffuse a situation. Most of the time it can diffuse, and not allowing the person to allow it to escalate can diffuse that situation too. Obviously it depends on the situation, but letting go of anger as an angry person is huge, and it can make a whole difference to life in that sense. Oh, it's so good. And again, just brilliant. That last part, well deserved. That was fantastic. So that last part, I let go of anger, then says I let go of judgment, I let go of guilt, I let go of fear. I feel I'm nothing but a living wave. I don't know if that feels less proud. It might not. I'm nothing but a living wave. Living wave can be a good thing. I don't know if it's the wording there that doesn't feel so great, but also fits in with the rest of the feel, the mood. Letting go of anger, judgment, guilt, and fear are very powerful things to do as well, and difficult, really difficult for people when we live in a society that teaches you certain traits or ways to be, or it could be for whatever reason your upbringing hasn't been the best, you have been influenced by the wrong kind of people. Lots of things can give us not so good traits and not so good ways of being. And so letting go of some of those, unlearning, can be really healthy, but certainly not easy. And so that's what that feels like. I am going to have a look at Wikipedia. Persefone. I'm also going to subscribe to Persefone. What does their YouTube channel say? YouTube channel from the Andorran metal band Persefone. Fair. Not a lot. They are brilliant. Okay, Persefone band. Okay, they have a Wikipedia page. They've been around since 2001. Stop it. Really? And I've only just heard them for the first time. I say that, but that first two lines of the lyrics did sound very familiar. So I don't know where I've heard that from. So they were formed in October 2001. Wow. 24 years ago. The band's name is derived from Persephone, a figure in Greek mythology. I thought that. It's just spelt different. It's got an F instead of a PH at the end. Instead of phone or funny, it's F-O-N-E. It sounded quite progressive. What does the genre says? Progressive metal, technical death metal, melodic death metal. Yep. All those I would say, yep. Okay, they've had the current members, they've had some changes to the lineup, so they've had a few different people come and go. I want to know where I've heard this. Living Waves. Persefone Living Waves. Just because it feels so familiar. You have likely heard the song Living Waves because it's a popular and frequently performed track by the Andorran progressive death metal band Persefone. No, I feel like I've heard it somewhere else. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. I've definitely heard that intro somewhere, and that is going to wind me up now. I'm sure maybe I'll find out somewhere that I've heard it on something. If you perhaps know where it might have been in media, let me know in the comments. Let me know if that's the first time you heard it, if you enjoyed it. I thought it was really cool. Fred always has great recommendations so far. So thank you so much, Fred. Thank you to anyone watching this video. Like I said before, I value everyone's support here, whether it's free, whether it's paid. It is huge to me. It contributes massively to this channel, to the growth of this channel, to the support of this channel. I can't do anything without you lot here. I can, but this, every little helps. This contributes towards my living, towards me doing this more. Without people, I would be doing this as a very small side hobby that I would need to make time for outside of all my other jobs. And I have a ton of jobs that I need to keep up with. But this is far more leaning towards a full-time thing. Hopefully, fingers crossed. And that's thanks to you. So thank you so very much. If you're listening to this right now, or if you were listening to this and this is a bit long-winded, thank you. And to those on Patreon, thank you. I appreciate your support. And as promised, as part of the supporter subscription and premium and VIP subscription, I will say thank you at the end of each stream or each channel video. Can't speak. For those that have joined, there are so many of you here supporting in so many different ways, and I'm so grateful. This is a bonus, and I hope you all know how much I appreciate that. Paul says, great, GG's, and I will see you for the next one very soon. If you know any other Persefone songs, let me know. Or, I mean, I'm always welcoming other suggestions. So I will see you on the next one very soon. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate that. It helps massively. And I'll take care. See you soon. Bye bye.